Michael Watts. When I was 10, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Second and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lance going to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this, because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Second down at 4. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing now is Lance. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Play action. It's Wilson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works. It's taken to the 26. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game. But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Check.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision, just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. So that'll back them up 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 3. Check 3.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now Lance. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Nagar's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Wilson being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, Wilson. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 29-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Lance to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This is Mostert. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd and 4. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. And they'll go for it. Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Here's Lance.
Well, the field goal attempt is well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Lance looking to throw it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about tight ends in a lot of cases now, pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Here's Mostert. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now he'll let it go deep right side.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now it's Wilson. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action with Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number 1 wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number 1 guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But there's also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number 1 guy, and they're ready to step up.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
And Lance now to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
That one complete to Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
7 yards, the pickup there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Second down and 3. Working from the gun, Lance.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield, here's Lance. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area, and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 1st down, Lance. He's got Ayuk once again. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mostert. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. On second down, Wilson. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Lance. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
And Lance going to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down, but his way it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert.
He will push his way down to about the 14. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late.
Nagar's kick is good.
And that'll push the lead up to 17.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were ultra-confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Chris Jones, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Wilson. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They go play action with Wilson. Out to his left. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
A check down here to Jones.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up second and 7.
To throw is Wilson. Buying time to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but